Good afternoon, guys. I'm going to discuss a very uh, basic, very basic topic about displacement, dead weight, and light displacement. So I will explain it as briefly and as I can, so that you can understand. So these are very basic, which I will explain. So let's start, guys. So here, displacement. Uh, I'll give you a sample. Let's say, check me this one first. Photos, okay. Take note of this vessel, guys. So if the you will take note of the water line here, and because of the weight of the vessel, so the vessel sinks up to this water line. So with this under hole, or the hole which is under the within the water, he has displaced water here. So when the vessel sinks, the water is displaced. So meaning when the vessel sinks, the water is displaced. Displaced. Meaning instead of water in this area, it is the ship's hull which is occupied in this space. So if you take out this vessel, or you lift it up, so the water will fill this space. But when the vessel has weight, and because of the weight of the vessel, some of the water here is being displaced. Okay, so we call that in our language hinahawi, meaning taken out. Okay, so I hope you get the point what I'm talking about. So let's continue. Okay, so displacement. First, by way of displacement, displaced water, the displacement of floating ship. So the displacement of floating ship is equal to that amount of water which submerged portion of the ship displaces. Meaning, the displacement of floating ship is equal to that amount of water which the submerged portion of ship displaces. By Archimedes' principle, the weight of the water displaced is equal to the weight of the vessel. Okay, what he meant here is that the weight of the vessel when it floats in the water here is being displaced. So water being displaced here is equal to the weight of the vessel. So pag weight yung vessel and you put it in the water, hinahawi yung tubig. Yung tubig na hinahawi niya is the same weight as the vessel. So what is the term for hinahawi? Displaced. So when this weight is put into the water is displaced by the weight. So the amount of water displaced by the vessel is the same weight of the vessel. Okay? Okay, the amount of water being displaced by the vessel is the same weight of the vessel. Okay? That's what it meant there. So let's go back. The weight of water is the volume of water. The volume of water displaced times the density of water. The quantity of water displaced expressed in cubic meters is equal to the volume of submerged portion of floating ship. The ship displacements can be found by excuse me. Displacement is volume of water displaced times density. Okay? So to get the displacement, the accurate value of displacement is the volume of water when you are displaced, meaning this one. So this the volume of water when displaced, which is under this water line, is your volume of displacement, because in every place in the sea or water, the water has a density. So to get the accurate value of displacement, you multiply it by the local density. So sometimes it could be fresh water, so it could be salt water. So it depends on the density. So when the water is being displaced, or the amount of water being displaced, you multiply it by density, because you are in a local area. So where you are at port, so it has a different density, and sometimes in a number of period, the density will change. Okay, so whatever you are displaced, or water being displaced here, you multiply it by density to get the displacement. Okay, meaning this one, displacement. Okay, so let's go back. So displacement, the volume of water displaced, meaning the volume of water or underwater being displaced, you multiply it with the local density. That's what it meant. Second, by way of accounting weights, displacement is the weight of the ship and denotes the shape of the hull and machineries and everything is on board. Displacement is the weight of the ship and denotes the weight of the hull, machineries, and everything on board. Meaning, displacement, meaning hull of the vessel, hull and machinery, meaning the entire vessel, plus the machinery, forward and aft, everything in it is what you call the hull and machinery, which is what you call the light displacement. Okay, so meaning no cargo, no weights, no cargo, and no non-cargo weights. So this vessel alone, the hull and the machinery, meaning the entire vessel plus your machinery, could be your main engine, could be your mooring winch, forward and aft, and all kinds of machineries on board. That will be what you call the light displacement. Okay, that's what it meant there. And plus, if you have the cargo, let's say you have load the cargo in all hatches, then you will have a weight of cargo plus your non-cargo weight, let's say your fuel, diesel oil, lube oil, fresh water, and ballast. You add all this together, which is your displacement, all machinery, your weight of cargo, and the weight of non-cargo. You add this one, that will be your displacement. So all machinery plus weight of cargo plus weight of non-cargo, that will be the entire displacement. Okay, that is what it meant here. Then Number 1, non-removable weight representing the weight of hull and machinery. Non-removable weight, this is what you mean the hull and machinery. So it's non-removable, representing weight of hull, which is machinery, and machinery which is equal to the light displacement of the ship, or sometimes called light ship. So this is what you call light displacement or your light ship. Okay. Number 2, removable weights such as fuel, this one, diesel, oil, lube oil, fresh water, and ballast, constant cargoes, including the cargo, and other weights on board that are called the dead weight. So the weight of the cargo, or your cargo, plus your weights of non-cargo, which is fuel oil, diesel oil, lube oil, whatever, that will be your dead weight. So your dead weight plus your weight of cargo, that will be, non-cargo weights plus your weight of cargo, that is what you call dead weight. Okay? This will be figure 2.1. And displacement is the underwater volume of the ship times density, meaning all these weights, when you put in the water will be displaced, such as this figure. So you have now this hull and machinery, which is the hull, you have the engine, you have the mooring winch, and then you have the cargo here, plus your non-cargo weights, which is fuel oil, diesel oil, lube oil, etc. You add them all together, that will be your displacement. So this portion of the water line, the water here is being displaced in a highway. Now, when you have a volume of displacement here, you multiply it by your local density. So what will be the density of this area? So with the what you call the total displacement, meaning let me see again, the underwater volume of the ship, that's what it's called. So this is the outer volume of the ship. This water here is the water volume of the ship times your density. That will be your entire displacement, which is what you call this one, entire displacement. Okay. So here it's only, you can figure out this one, which is the same with this one, because when you load all this all together, the water will be displaced. That is what you call under volume of the ship times your local density. Okay. The displacement by first and the second description must be equal. So what this means is this one and this one should be equal. Okay, so we go to the next, and we go to the meaning of displacement when used formally. Load displacement. What is the meaning of load displacement? It is the mass of the ship floating even keel at their summer load line in salt water. So it is the mass of ships floating even keel at their summer load line into salt water. Meaning, how do you explain this one? Okay, so let me explain this one, guys. Okay. Here. Let me go back to the pictures. Loading program. Loading. Reloading program. Okay. I put here. Let's say I go here. When we go to Excel, okay. Then we go here. Capacity table. Capacity table. Look at this load line, guys. You have the summer, tropical, winter, and freshwater and tropical. So you have the draft here, and you have a displacement. So when you are in the summer zone, you have a displacement of 234. When you are tropical, you have a displacement of 240. So winter, you have 229.5. And freshwater, 234,838. And fresh. So with the different summer load line zones, you have a different displacement. So that is what it meant here. So load line displacement is the mass of ship floating on even keel at their summer load line in salt waters. So meaning not only on summer load line, but where is it? But it could be on tropical load line, it could be in winter load line, it could be in freshwater load line, and it could be in tropical freshwater load line. So it has a different displacement. Okay, that's what it meant there. I hope it's clear. And light displacement, which is the mass of the ship when floating with no cargo, fuel, stores, and other weights or forming. This is what we call the light ship or the light displacement. This one, guys. So with this, none of this. It's only this hull and machinery and the entire vessel. That will be what you call the light displacement or the light ship. So that is what it meant by light ship or light displacement. Okay. And volume displacement is the underwater volume of the ship. Meaning this one, the underwater volume of the ship. This is the underwater volume of the ship. This one. Okay. So the weight of the underwater volume of the ship is equal to the weight of the vessel. Take note, guys. The volume of the underwater volume of the ship, which is this one, is equal to the weight of the vessel. Okay. And then we proceed. So I don't have to explain this one, guys. You just read this one and you'll just go to the light displacement, which is what we call the light ship. Okay, light displacement, which is this one, guys. Light displacement, this one. Okay, which is the hull and machinery of the entire vessel. Okay, not including this one. So it's only this portion, hull and machinery of the entire vessel. Okay. So, I'm sorry. So light displacement. Light displacement is the mass of the ship when floating with no cargo. So no cargo, no fuel, stores, or any other weights, nor from forming part of the hull or machinery, or fixed equipment as taken by the ship's builders at final stage. Meaning, light displacement is only this one. You have no weight. You have no weight of non-cargo, which is fuel, diesel oil, low oil. This is zero, and your cargo is zero. Which what only you have is the hull and machinery. So that is what you call the light displacement. Okay. So we go back again. The shipbuilder supplies this information on the ship's loading manual. So it is it is what you call, it is compulsory for the shipbuilder to have this included in your loading manual of this light ship or light displacement. So the shipbuilder supply this information in the ship's loading manual. This includes the position of center of gravity, LCG, and kg in light ship's condition and the ship's constant. Excuse me. The figures are from results of inclining tests usually conducted by shipbuilders. These values can serve as an initial condition from which the displacement and the position of G, final G, or any other loading conditions may be calculated. The light displacement serves as the initial condition of the ship in finding final displacement. All weights on board when added to the light ship must be equal to the ship's displacement. Meaning, the light ship and all weights added to the light ship is equal to the ship's displacement. Meaning, what I meant here is, excuse me, what I meant here is, what I meant here is all weights, the cargo weights, weights of your non-cargo weights, FODO, DOLOF, and your hull. When all these add together, that will be your displacement or the what you call the under volume of the vessel. Okay, that's what it meant there. And that is what I meant there. The light displacement or light ship serves as the initial condition of the ship in finding final displacement. All weights on board, meaning your cargo weight plus your non-cargo weights, the fuel, DO, this is the fuel, stores, when added to the light ship must be equal to the ship's displacement. Okay, that's what it meant there. Then we go to the next. Dead weight. What is dead weight? This is dead weight, guys. For a simple explanation, dead weight is your cargo, weight of your cargo plus your weight of non-cargo, which is the fuel, DO, LO, freshwater, and ballast. This is what you call your dead weight. Okay, that is a simple explanation. Dead weight is the difference between light displacement and load displacement. Okay, what is the light displacement and load displacement? Okay, what is your light displacement? So this is your displacement and your light weight. So this difference between displacement and load displacement. The dead weight is also determined as the total amount between the light weight, and your load displacement. Okay. So I explain this one, guys. Displacement is when you have the hull and machinery plus your weight plus your cargo plus your non-cargo weights. To get the dead weight, this displacement, you subtract it with your hull and machinery or your light weight. So what remains should be your dead weight, meaning the vessel has a displacement. You take out your you take out this whole imaginary, what's left will be your dead weight. Okay, so the whole displacement, the whole weight of the vessel, when it is submerged, so you will have a displacement, or the total volume of underwater volume. Okay, so when you take out the whole machinery, what remains will be your dead weight. Okay, so again, that is what it meant here. Where is that? The dead weight is also defined as a total amount of weight that can be loaded to bring the ship down on her displacement. Again, the dead weight is also defined as the total amount of weight that can be loaded to bring the ship down to her low displacement. Okay, meaning the total weight. Which is the total weight, which is this one. Your weight of cargo plus your non-cargo weight, that will be your dead weight. So this is the total weight, okay? When you add your weight and your weight of cargo plus your non-cargo weight, that will be your dead weight, okay? Then what's next? By accounting, this must be equal to the amount of cargo, fuel, stores, ballast, etc., which when added to her light displacement will bring up to her summer mark. Okay, summer mark or your displacement. The word dead weight is everyday usage may also mean as the sum of all weights presently on board. Sum of all weights. Okay, meaning sum of all weights. What he means here, sum of all weights on board is this one. Sum of all weights is your cargo weight plus your non-cargo weight. That will be your dead weight. You add this all together, that will be your dead weight. Okay, that's what it meant there. So by formula, dead weight equals your displacement minus light weight. So how will I explain this one? So dead weight equals displacement minus your light weight, light displacement. What he meant is the underwater volume here is your displacement. For example, you have your cargo weight, you have your non-cargo weight. So altogether, they will submerge, and the underwater hole, which sink into the water, is what you call the displacement. Okay, so with the displacement, you take out minus your hull and machinery. What's left? If you take out this one, what's left will be your dead weight. Okay, that's what it meant there. So if this is your displacement underwater, displacement or total volume of submerged underwater which is displaced, and you take out this hull and machinery minus your machinery, then what's left will be your dead weight. Okay, that will be weight of cargo and weight of non-cargo weight. Okay, that's what it meant there. Okay, so the dead weight besides the cargo includes items like weights on board, deductibles, non-cargo weights. These are bunkers, stores, ballast, anything that has weights. Okay, that would be deductible, or when you add, and other items carried on forming part of the cargo, and the method of listing these items vary from ship to ship. What important is to ensure that all weights are listed and taken into account when calculating the ship's dead weight. Okay, so meaning all weights should be accounted for. That's what it meant there. So dead weight can also be cargo weight plus non-cargo weight, which is this one. Dead weight is your cargo weight plus non-cargo weight is what you call your dead weight. So that is what it means. Huh? So cargo weight plus your non-cargo weight, which is fuel oil, diesel oil, lube oil, fresh water, and ballast. That is what you call dead weight. Okay, that is what it meant there. And by transposition the formula, the weight of cargo can be found. So weight of cargo can be found your dead weight, which is this one, minus your non-cargo weight will be your cargo weight. So you just transpose this formula, guys. So to get your cargo weight is your dead weight minus your non-cargo weight is your cargo weight. Okay, what are the non-cargo weights? The non-cargo weights are fuel oil, diesel oil, lube oil, ballast, freshwater, stores, or constant, or any other weights not forming part of the cargo. So any kind of weights, guys. So that is included in the non-cargo weights. Okay, the non-cargo weights. In planning the loading, estimated quantity of fuel, oil, diesel oil, lube oil, fresh water, ballast, stores, and constant is needed. Such quantities must be known at departure of loading port or arrival at discharging port. This is what we call your ROB. So when you, before your departure in a berth, you must know your ROB, how much your fuel oil, diesel oil, lube oil, ballast, fresh water. So this is what you call the ROB, remaining on board. So this is important that we must know. That would also be in your departure and arrival berth. So when you arrive at berth, you should also know your fuel non-cargo weights when you arrive. Fuel oil, diesel oil, lube oil, ballast, fresh water, stores, constant, and other weights not forming on the cargo. Okay, so you should also know this one. The quantities can be taken by sounding the tanks or compartments. Okay, so we make soundings to our ballast. The engineers make soundings to their fuel tanks and the stores. We must know how much weight are stored in there. These quantities remain on board in the future, are taken by applying the estimated consumptions. Okay, what is the connection? So this is now the relationship, guys. The relationship between displacement, dead weights, and non-cargo weights and cargo can be summarized as this. So remember, guys, the displacement. The whole altogether will be your displacement with the weight of your all the machinery, weight of your cargo, and weight of your dead weight or non-cargo weight. That will be your total displacement. Okay, so the relationship would be, so displacement minus your light shift will be your dead weight. Okay, how do we go that? So displacement minus light shift. Okay, the displacement, which is this one, the whole weight of this one is your displacement minus your light shift, which is this one. Remaining will be your dead weight. So what is the dead weight? It will be your weight of cargo and non-cargo weight. So your displacement minus your light shift, you take out this one. What remains will be your dead weight. Okay, so dead weight minus your non-cargo weight. Okay, so your dead weight, you take out your non-cargo weight. What remains will be your weight of cargo. Okay, so again, I repeat, so the total displacement or the total weight of the vessel, take out your light displacement, you take out this one. What remains will be your dead weight. So dead weight will be weight of cargo and weight of non-cargo weight. Now, if you take out the dead weight, you take out the non-cargo weights, what's left will be your weight of cargo, which is this one, guys. So from displacement, you take out your light ship, what remains will be your dead weight. Dead weight, you take out your non-cargo weight, what remains will be your cargo weight. Okay? In the same manner, your cargo weight plus your non-cargo weight will be your dead weight. Okay? I'll show you the figure. Your cargo weight plus your non-cargo weight, you add it together, that will be your dead weight. Okay? And since you have already your dead weight, you add your light ship, which is this one. You add your light ship to this, your dead weight, that will be your displacement, which is this one, guys. Okay? So the described relationship is used in calculating the amount of cargo when the ship is able to carry. So just this is a small solution, guys, on how to compute your displacement, from displacement going to your, how to get your cargo weight, and from cargo weight, how to get your displacement. Okay, just follow this simple formula, guys, and you will not get lost. But I would recommend that you understand this figure, and this will explain to you much better, and it's easy to understand. Okay, then we go to the next. So this will be our example, guys. See, the vessel Panama, Max Panama, is to load her summer load line. So what is the summer load line of Panama? Okay, let's say, guys. Let's go to Panama, summer load line, Panama. Okay, let's say Panama. Panama here. Open the Excel. We go to capacity. Summer load line of Panama. The displacement is 78849, and the draft is 13.295. Okay, this is your MB Max Panama. This one, guys. Take out this one. Okay, and this one. Okay. So this is summer. This is no pill. It should be no pill. No pill. Okay. So this should be your summer. You have your maximum draft. You have your displacement. Okay. So let's go back here. MX Panama is to load her summer load line. The non-cargo weight on board are listed below. So this is the non-cargo weights, guys. Fuel oil 1290, diesel oil 995, fresh water 268, ballast 0, and constant is 230. This will be your weights on board, or non-cargo weights. Okay, so the displacement of summer displacement of Panama is 78849. So the displacement, summer displacement of MV Panama is 78849. Okay, take note. 78849. And your light displacement of Panama is 9614. 9614. The light ship is 9614. Okay, 9614. Sorry. So 9614. So displacement minus your light ship or light displacement is your dead weight of 69235. So how do I get the dead weight? The displacement minus your light displacement or light ship, so meaning the total displacement or displaced water of your vessel. You take out the machinery, then your remaining will be your dead weight. Okay, so displacement minus your light ship is your dead weight, which is this one, guys. And dead weight, you take out the weights on board, meaning non-cargo weight. This is the non-cargo weight. So your dead weight, you take out the non-cargo weight. Dead weight, you take out this one. What remains should be your weight on board, which is this one, guys. So you have maximum cargo to load will be 6735352. So I will just explain again. Your displacement of summer load line is 787849 minus your light ship, which is 96414. That will be what you call your dead weight. So your dead weight minus your non-cargo weights on board, which is 1883. What remains will be your maximum cargo. So I will explain again. So displacement, meaning the non-underwater volume of your vessel, which is your displacement, take out minus your light ship or your light vessel, what remains should be your dead weight. Okay, your dead weight, minus your non-cargo weights, which is the non-cargo weights, which is this one. So dead weight, take out the non-cargo weight, what remains will be your weight of cargo, which is this one. So weight of cargo, your maximum load, cargo to load, which is 67352. So loadable cargo will be 67,352. I hope that will be explained clearly. The maximum amount of cargo in this case depends upon the limiting draft, which is the load line. Okay, so the condition in this course of voyage must be studied to know the limiting draft. The amount of cargo cannot be determined until the limiting draft is known. Meaning, in determining your cargo to load, you must know if you're going to, your maximum draft will be summer draft, your maximum draft will be winter draft, which is one, or this one, maximum summer draft is 13.29, or your winter draft of 13.013. So it depends on you how much is your maximum draft as per your summer load line zone. Okay, or whatever the charterer requires you for your maximum draft or arrival draft. Okay, then the next, find the displacement. The ship's light displacement is 988951 when she has a fuel and of oil remaining on board is listed as follows. So this is our the non-cargo weights which is on board. Fuel oil, which is 1013, DO is 132, LO is 23, freshwater is 205, ballast is 9675, and constant is 240. This is your non-cargo weights of 11 288, okay, or what you call the dead weight. So see your dead weight because including your constant. So displacement equals light displacement plus dead weight. So this is your total dead weight. So the formula says displacement plus equals light displacement plus dead weight. So you have a light ship here. So your light ship is, or light displacement here is 8951 plus, says your formula plus your dead weight, your total dead weight will be 11288. So your total present displacement is 20289. So again, the present dead weight according to the formula is this one. Total dead weight. You have all this together, that will be your dead weight, okay? And so you have already your present dead weight plus your light ship. So light ship. So total dead weight plus your light ship. Okay. That will be your displacement. Or that will be called displacement. Okay. That will be this one. So light ship plus your present dead weight will be 2,239. It doesn't say here you have a cargo. Okay. But still this will be your dead weight. And plus your light ship, that will be your present displacement. So the answer is displacement is 2,239 metric tons. Note, present dead weight is the sum, or present dead weight is the sum of all weights presently on board. Meaning, the dead weight meaning all weights you have on board is your present dead weight. But in this figure, we don't have the cargo weights, but still it is what you could consider your dead weight. Okay? For convenience, dead weight can be grouped into non-cargo weights and cargo weights. Non-cargo weights and cargo weights. So meaning, your dead weight can be, how did you say? And can be grouped. So dead weights can be grouped into weight of cargo and non-cargo weights. You add this together, that will be your dead weight. If you don't have a cargo or weight of cargo, this figure, non-cargo weight, can also be your dead weight. Okay? That's what it meant there. So that's it, guys. I hope I have explained well about this displacement, light displacement, and dead weight. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and please share this video if you like it. Thank you very much and have a good day.